Good morning, Marcia. Good morning. Good morning to you. Marcia. Good morning, Lisa Taylor. Good morning to you. Good morning. I'm good. You know, I'm hanging in there like everybody else. It is a beautiful morning, you guys. Well, what makes it beautiful is we got another chance to get it right today, to do better. And if you seen as you came in, I put on there, you can't get back time that you've lost. And so that's what's on my mind. Good morning. Good morning, Gloria. Um, you know, and wow, it is really heavy on my mind because, you know, um, I have to talk myself into inspiring myself every morning and every day to do better. If I made a mistake yesterday or did something that I would say, I don't know, because I don't like to use the word regret, but not happy with myself. Like, um, just not happy with my performance with myself. So, and could I done better? Yeah, I could have. Make no mistakes that you do have control over your performance. I can come out with all kind of excuses. I'm tired. I didn't get no rest. You know, a lot of things hit me all at one time. I chose the wrong decisions. But overall, you know, these things in life that you can be disappointed in something you did or didn't do, you don't get the time back. There's no do-overs. I mean, you can do better going forward, but as far as going back into yesterday and, like with a pencil and erasing that, you got in your car and you went to the store, or you said something to somebody that you shouldn't have said, or you got angry, or you got emotional, or you didn't do anything yesterday. Absolutely nothing. You didn't clean up, you didn't cook, you didn't wash, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Um, you guys, I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing more precious than your time right now. It is so precious. Think about it. Right now, it's live. It's like whatever decision you're making right now, it alters the future. So right now is more important than yesterday, last year, 10 years ago. And it actually so important, it will make things manifest in your future. So be very careful about your day. I mean, you can't get it back, you know? And it may not be where people's like, oh, what you worried about or your performance, that's not so important. But it does change. What I'm saying is how you go forward. So if you start doing crappy work and you get used and accustomed to doing crappy work, then as you go forward, you're going to be doing crappy work. You're not going to take it seriously. You're going to be late. You're going to you're going to forget this, you're going to forget that, and you're not going to be happy with yourself. And then the minute somebody say something to you, you're going to be First thing, you're going to be embarrassed. You really got nothing to say, but I can do better. I'll try next time or whatever. And that's what you need to acknowledge when you're wrong. Even when you speak to someone and you speak to, in a nasty tone. Now, the Lord is still working with me when it comes to, I wouldn't say forgiving, because I can forgive someone. And if you see on the community board, that's some true, but not true, because it says, it's okay or be okay to forgive someone, but don't trust them again. And I believe physically, spiritually, when we open ourselves up to trust people again with our emotions, our feelings, or our job performance, or our children or something, we open ourselves up to be hurt. So, do people deserve a second chance? Like I said, I'm very hard and strict on myself when it comes to my performance. I'm very strict. I don't like to be late. I don't like to be not ready and running all over the place like a chicken with my head cut off. I mean, I don't like that. So we have to take pride in ourselves. But do sometimes we don't do our best and we know it? Yes, we do. And you know it is the minute that it happens. You know that you did not put 100% into it. Now you probably thought you was going to. Then you lacked off somewhere, slacked somewhere. Somebody got you off your A game. No excuses, because you have control. Some trauma situation happened. Somebody called you at the last minute, kept you on the phone or whatever. Your phone went dead, or the car wouldn't start, or, you didn't eat, or you didn't get enough sleep, or you got agitated because, your kids came in yelling, screaming, and fighting, and they said something that's been on your mind all day, and you just feeling like just terrible, whatever. You can't get back. You can't get back that time. Now, and everybody knows this. Everybody knows the minute that you do something, it may not be like social media or, you getting on this technology stuff and writing stuff and texting stuff, that once you text somebody something, then you be like, man, I wish I could get that text back. That's how life is. You can't get it back. Once it's said, it's said. Once it's done, it's done. Once you felt that way and you took care of the situation the way that you did, it's done. So what do you do after it's done? What do you do? We were talking this morning, and like when you lose time, see, people can lose their shirt, but they can find it. People can lose consciousness and wake up. But time, once you lose that time, you don't get it back. So because you can't. Like yesterday, can't get that back. An hour ago, can't get that back. But you can look at your situation and go, okay, you know what? What I need to do? I need to do better. And then you gotta look at people like that too. That you may not could trust them right then and there, but I guess forgiving is part about allowing a person to make bad decisions and mistakes and being there to you being a better person and really forgiving them, because forgiving is like not holding that situation over their head. You know what I'm saying? Because we all make bad decisions and mistakes, and we all don't come with our A game every day. And if you want people to treat you that way, then you have to treat other people that way too. It may not even be in the same situation. Like, I'll give you guys an example. I'll give you an example. Okay. Like I said, I don't like to be late. I don't. But on occasions, things happen. Not making an excuse. The car didn't start, or I gotta go pick up my husband, or I couldn't find my keys, I lost my keys. So that makes me late. Now, what if I went to work and my boss look at me and say, "You're late," and I say, "I'm sorry, I'll try to do better." Well, that makes other people late, and then they'll think, "Well, you're late, and we can't even depend on you. And you be like, "Hey, I just lost." I mean, I hate to tell you my whole situation, but keys get lost. Okay, that is an excuse. It could be true. But what if they don't forgive you that you didn't have yourself together, so therefore they don't trust you no more? And you don't know this going forward because that was a one-time situation or whatever, but it happens. Or it could have been 2, 3 times it happened or whatever. But how would you feel if you knew deep down inside that your boss looks at you like a deadbeat? Because things do happen, even when they're crucial. I'm giving you a little small scenario, a hypothetical thing, but it could be trust. It can be, and it could be your kids making you angry, upset, because the minute they say, "Mama, you always, let me see, get angry and tell everybody to leave." Okay, I probably did that once, told everybody get out my house, and or maybe twice. Let's say I did it twice. That's a more believable scenario. I did it twice. I told everybody get out of my house. You're getting on my nerves. Okay, so from then on, that child's gonna think that whenever you get mad, you're gonna put everybody out your house. Hmm. You know. So I think it takes time to get over hurt and people that don't take your time seriously. Because I'm going to say this, you guys. Time is as important as air. That's how important time is. Have you noticed? I used to tell people all the time. I used to tell them, time is time is the only thing you're gonna want. Time, like when their loved ones or whatever. When I'm taking care of their loved ones, you can't explain and express how important it is to come visit. Your sister, your brother, your dad, your cousin, your uncle, whatever, and just spend some time with them until you get that phone call. And once you get the phone call, and then they say, "Hey, Miss Such and Such, I hate to inform you, but your loved one passed away." You're like, "What?" The first thing comes to your mind is, I didn't call that person back. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, sexy grandma. Good morning, Avalanche. Still. Oh, I told that person I was gonna take them to the game. I told that person I will see them tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. You guys see why right now is more important than anything? Just look at it like this. I mean, I'm looking at my life right now, and I know you guys are looking at your life and everything, and this may be for you. It may not be for you. It may be for you later on, and then you catch it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying now is more important than yesterday, an hour ago, right now. Right now. Decide to bring everything to the front. It's so important. Calling your kids back, calling that loved one back, saying, I'm sorry. If you told somebody you was going to get them some ice cream, go get them some ice cream. If you told someone that, y'all was going to spend some time together, make arrangements. And then don't come with an excuse. I, on Tuesdays, we quit doing Tuesdays and I forgot about it. I'm sorry, Miss Calhoun, I forgot. But because and I said tomorrow, and I think I said tomorrow, you guys, because you're not the only person that hit me up and said, hey, I thought you was gonna go live, and I'm thinking to myself, uh, and I'm sorry for that, and I will have to do better, and I said tomorrow. We're gonna try to stay on the schedule on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because you know, and that's what I'm saying. I have to do things better, because you was not the only one that said, hey, I was waiting on you to come on, and I'm like, hey, what are they talking about? And I don't have to go back and look at the live to see I said tomorrow, because matter of fact, if 2, 3 people say, hey, I'm waiting on you, where you at now? I believe I said tomorrow. Monday I said tomorrow, when really what I meant, like I said, I have to be more clearer that the next time we go live, which is Wednesdays. And I want to stay on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, because, and I know I miss you guys. And Tuesdays was a lot. When, some people didn't think, when we came on Tuesdays, it was just, oh, we got to go on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I had that time that I could. Now, did it drain me coming on Tuesdays on top of the Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays? It did, but I felt it was a good reason to come on, to keep Tyrese's name out there, and to let his family know that, we were hanging in there with them, and we still hanging in there with them. But I did believe that we were running out of conversation, and people were like, do we have any more information? And we just did not have any more information. That's the only reason why we cut out the Tuesday. Regardless, I had another job coming up. I didn't have it at the time that I stopped the Tyrese Tuesdays. It was just the information we kept going over the same information, the same information, the same information. And I mean, if there was one piece of information that was new, we could get that one piece of information. I tell people all the time, one sentence, we can do a whole live on one sentence. I don't have to go and go, let me go dig for this. I don't need that. Just one piece of information, and we could talk 3, 4 lives on it for 3 hours. That's 3 more lives. But we were going over the same thing over, just repeating over. And and then nothing came through. And I thought, if we gave it a break or rest, maybe something come through. And guess what? That's what happened. As soon as we let go of the Tyrese Tuesday, all the people down there got arrested. We talked about it. We didn't talk about it on a Tuesday, but we talked about it on a live on update information. And I probably should have went live on yesterday because we could have talked a little bit more. But the spokesperson didn't get back with me and let me know, did the people get out? They went to court. Did some of them? I'm pretty sure that girl that had that $1,000 bond, I'm pretty sure she got out on a, PR or whatever. They call that PR down there. We call it OR here where I'm at. So I mean, little stuff like that is a given. Hey, walk to God, how are you doing? Hey, Diane, how do you say your name? McClellan Calhoun? McClellan Calhoun. You guys know that I'm kin to the Calhouns. I wonder if you kin to me. You know? Just want you guys to know, Calhoun, that's my maiden name. That's why when you see, I think her name is Lisa Calhoun, I always say, that's family right there, you guys. Anyway, I'm not going to stay long. And the only reason why I was telling you guys about this is because, and you know, I hate to say things like that because people think bad of you, because when it happens, they're going to be like, oh, she jinxed me or she janked me or something. But, like, I can't explain to you why I feel the way I feel. I know I feel the way I feel because I am going through a little disappointment in myself about like I said, like my performance. And I can't go back and change yesterday. I wish I could. I wish I could, but I can't. And it's not like somebody died in my family, but I wish I could have done better. Now, take it I didn't cook. I wasn't trying to, and I don't have no regrets about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my performance overall, like workout. I made it to work on time. That's not what I'm talking about. Sometimes people try to read between the lines, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nothing in my marriage. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me as a person being better, showing, and not showing people, but, you know, like everything that if I did what I do, work, take care of my children, my husband, being married, if I didn't do it and look at people and did it as I did it for the Lord, which I think I had stopped doing, that's when my performance went down. You know what I'm saying? And then I get disappointed in people. But I told you guys, right before my brother passed away, the day before my brother passed away, it was 2 days before my brother passed away. I think it was like a Thursday, Friday. Thursday, Friday. I think it was Friday, because that's when they usually do garage sales. There was this little town right next to the town, and their whole town was having garage sale day. My brother and I, we love going to people's garage sales or something. So he calls me up and he says, hey sis, the town next over, I hear the whole town's having garage sales. And he was like, and I want to go. And remember I told you my brother was special. He was 50, I think he was about 54, 55. But his mind thinking was like a 7, 8 year old. So he was like, I want to go. He was like, will you take me? So I said, yeah. Now he knew about fire, not to play. couldn't cook on the stove. He always cooked in a hot plate, so he wouldn't burn down the house. He wanted to stay on his own because he's a grown man. He's like, he know he wasn't a kid, but he knew that he didn't have the mind to make, like pay a bill or write a check, or he knew how to count money, but not that good. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like I said, he was a high functional challenge person. Like, he can take a bath, he could change his clothes, he can cook him something to eat on a skillet or whatever. But, like, he was very naive. Like, if somebody came to the door, he may not all the time look out the window to see who it is. He would just open up the door, and then he's got a big problem. Or he would get in the car with somebody because he think everybody was his friend. He would make some very bad decisions. Or somebody would tell him to go next door downstairs and get the bicycle, and they'd give him $5. Well, he thinking, well, I'm not really stealing, so I'll go get them the bicycle and sell it, and nobody will know or something. People would talk him into all kinds of stuff, you guys. And so I had to really, after my mother passed away, well, before my mom passed away, I was kind of there for my brother to defend him. When we was young, you know, I didn't know that he was challenged because he had a high fever. He wasn't born challenged. He caught a high fever, and then I can relate to that, SP. Lately, I am disappointed in myself, not about no relationship or anything. I actually feel like I might have disappointed the ancestors by not living my life to the fullest. Exactly. 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 You see what I'm saying? And we can't get that time back. So somebody in here is understanding what I'm saying. And I mean, I am disappointed in myself. So, and I'm going to get right back on that because all of this ties into everything that I'm saying. So, my brother, I told him, I said, I'll pick you up at 5 o'clock. We'll ride down there. It's an hour away. And we'll spend the whole day together. Now, I am so happy I did that. I picked him up. We went to like 30, 40 garage sales. Some of them was right next door to each other. Some of them was across the street. And I mean, we had our money. And he laughed. And he was like, oh, he found some treasures. And I mean, the car was loaded full of stuff. His stuff, my stuff, and everything. We got to a point I would just pull up and he would just get out. I was just tired. I spent the whole day with him. So he gets in the car and he want to go some more. And I said, no, I got to go home. I got to go home and take a shower, and I've got to cook or get something to eat on the way home. I got to go to work tonight. And he was like, come on, sis, let's go tomorrow. And maybe I didn't go to work that next day. But I was tired, you guys. I was drained. I was so tired. Like I said, at an hour before we stopped going to these garage sales, I literally was just sitting in the car and said, you just get out and have fun. Because I'm tired. I don't even want to walk up the driveway. So the next day come, and he calls me. He was like, sis, are you going to take me? And I told him, no, I'm not. And so the next day being Saturday, I didn't take him. Sunday come, he's doing his whatever, I don't know. So Monday come, and I usually go over to his house Monday. I had nurses going over there early in the mornings and stuff, get him, take him to certain places. He likes to go play bingo, go to the rec room, play, just keep him busy. So I got off work, I go over there, and like I told you guys, I was smelling something as I was coming in. And he usually always liked to feed the stray dogs and the animals. So he would throw food in the driveway so the animals can eat. He told me, they got to eat. He said, sis, they got to eat too. And I tell him, don't do that. It attracts bugs. But I thought he done threw something out that it was stinking, and I walked in. The nurse had pulled up as I was getting ready to walk in, so I waved to him. I opened up the door, and I found my brother. He had passed away. Now, they say he passed away Saturday. So he was there Saturday and Sunday by himself. And I can't never get that time back, right? You can't get that time back. And, and I beat myself up for a long time going, if I could have just would have spent time with him, you know? So I learned then. I knew before, but I didn't know how bad I was going to feel that I could have went and spent some more time with him. That's more important than whatever else I was doing. That would have been more important, right? And then people say, don't beat yourself up. Things, it was going to happen, it happened, blah, 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 ooh. I done heard it all. I know some of you started writing it, and then you had to take it out because I just said, yeah, I heard it all. It don't make you feel better because you know, it's not your fault, or you couldn't have stopped it, you couldn't have prevented it. I get that. I understand all of that. But then you take an oath and say, do better. Next time somebody want to spend time with you, do it. And I've always done that. That's a big price that I had to pay to learn time is so precious. And people say it's never too late. Well, it's too late to get that time back. I tell you that. You'll never get it back. I had a young man. Actually, he's the young man that's supposed to be coming on our channel and talking to us. He just yesterday lost it because the person that he was going to marry, they said their goodbye, kissed her on the cheek. She went out the door. She got in a car accident. She's gone. That person boo-hooed and cried all last night. My phone went dead. Just being there. Being a person that be there for somebody. I don't like to see grown men cry. It is real bad when you see a strong man. It could be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. A person is a person. But it does something to me. Maybe because I have all these brothers that when I see them cry, I'm ready to fight. I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? Because my brothers are so naive when it comes to women. They're supposed to always be so strong. And then when you see somebody that's so strong, be so weak, it's not really weak, but hurt. It just does something to you. Anyway, what I'm saying is I'm hearing a lot of people come to me and they just wish they had that time. I do too. Even if it's nothing but something I told somebody I was going to do. Or be on time. Or stay up with them. Do you not know when the people were going to, they were looking for the baby Jesus. No. That's not the story I want to tell you guys. They were after Jesus as a grown man, out there doing all kind of miracles. And they went on Mount Sinai. I think it was Mount Sinai. I don't know why I keep that mountain in my head. People's like, Mount Sinai, I think that's the mountain where they found him at. But right before that, Jesus went to his disciples more than one time. I think it was like 2 or 3 times, you guys, and said, hey, you guys, I told you I'm finna go pray to my Father. Could you stay up and watch? He comes back and they all sleep. He wake them up and say, hey. He goes back. He comes back. Of course, he have to be so angry. He said, you guys can't even just stay up for an hour? And I'm pretty sure everybody meant well. But there was no warning. When they came to seize Jesus, they were already there in the camp. I'm pretty sure those disciples are like, matter of fact, Peter was like, Peter was ready to fight and cutting off people's ears and stuff. And the Lord had to put the ear back on the man. Could you see yourself if the Lord told you to do something, to watch, look out, so he could go do what he need to do, and here you is done fell asleep? I wonder how the story would have played out if all of them was there and woke and watched. But it was going to happen that way, you guys. I understand that. I know it's going to happen the way it happened because, Jesus being who he was, he could have just froze time and just walked away. He's done that before. Matter of fact, he even told the people that came to get him, he said, you come in the night like I'm a thief, like I done stole something. When I've been in the synagogues, you didn't come and get me. You didn't want to come and get me because you didn't want the people to know who I was. So you come and get me in the night like I done something to you, like I'm a thief. And then he tells them, don't you know the only thing I have to do is call on my Father and he will ascend me 12 legions. 12 legions. Now, we looked up legions. I think it was 5,000 or 6,000. That's what a legion means. A legion means 6,000 angels. One legion is 6,000 of angels. So, or something like that. I'm pretty close. You can go to 10 different places. It tells you 5,000 and something, 6,000 and such and such. But trust and believe, you got the point. Let's round it up to the nearest 1,000 and just say 6,000. Angels. Now, angels' wings is big as a football field. Just the wing expanding. So could you just imagine when the Lord said, I can call on my Father and he will send 12 legions. So that's 6,000 times 12. 72,000 angels up on this hill. You wouldn't even be able to find me. Because I just told you, an angel's wing expanded out as big as a football field. So you think about 72,000 angels on that mountain, ready to defend the Son of God. You really don't want to fool with him. But like I said, you can't get that time back. It's amazing how good God is. And yes, what was going to happen was supposed to happen because Jesus did call on the Father and say, can you take this cup away from me? He didn't even want to do it. Is there any other way? Yeah. I don't know if it's both wings or one wing, but just doing research, they said when an angel wing is expanded, it is as big as a football field. I would think it would be, I don't know. I have no clue. I've never seen an angel. I've seen spirits. I've never seen an angel before. But you know what though? I know they exist. Now, when it comes down to the Bible, some people's like, you got to believe the whole Bible, or you just this bad Christian. I'm not saying that the story is made up. I'm not saying that at all. I believe that story 100%. But I also do, and sometimes you got to know people and they'll tell you what their beliefs is. And then you'll know if you can listen to them or not listen to them. Not saying you have to be in agreement with someone. Everybody say, well, if you're a Christian, then you got to believe this, 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 this. No, we're all not the same. We're just not. I was taught one way and you guys were taught one way too. Now, knowing me and knowing how this world is, I do believe that we have translated some of the things wrongly and been taught wrongly. I do believe that, without a doubt. But overall, that's why God gave you common sense. You don't have to pick it apart. If God wanted you to know, He would tell you. He will show you. You will have not a doubt in your mind. The things that you need to know. All the other stuff is irrelevant. So, could something be written wrong in the Bible? Yep, it could be. But would it be better to just believe it? And I'm not talking about that story, because I believe that story with 100%. I'm talking about other stuff like the slave part. Or, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, sometimes it gets confusing. Because you read the same story 2 or 3 times in the Bible in different books. And then you think that there's a difference. And it's not. It's just the way a person perceived it. Same story. It's just the perception is different. It was wrote by a different person, a different author. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I can tell you guys we had a live Monday. And some people took it that I was going to come back the next day. And that's when we're going to do the gift giving, pick a name of the people that shared. Because I said I would come on tomorrow. Some people knew what I was talking about. I should have done better and said, hey, the next live. Perception. Perception. All I'm saying is we can't get back tomorrow. We can't get back that last minute, just a minute ago. We don't get that back. Take your time and try to do everything right. And do it with all your heart. Or either don't do it at all. I don't want to be half-cocked. I don't want to be known as a half-cocked person. So like I said, I'm looking at my life and I have to do better with my time because it's precious. Think about my brother. Think about my job. Think about my children. Think about my life, my husband. I think about you guys. That we have to lift each other up. Somebody right now going through divorce, they don't want to share because it's painful. It does get better. Can't get that time back. You're wondering if you're doing the right thing, not doing the right thing. You don't know. You got mixed emotions, mixed feelings. You don't know. You can't make everybody happy. You think making yourself happy, getting a divorce? Divorce is one of the painfulest things I've ever went through in my life. It was just, and people would tell you, it's just like death. I mean, it is no comparison. It feels like death. You have uncontrollable crying, uncontrollable emotions, the rejection, the failure you feel like you let God down, you feel like people gonna be like, laughing or whatever. The other person might be like cool with it. They like, I'm glad you out of here. I can go do what I've been doing. It's the person that wanted it to work is usually the one that's really, really hurt, that put a lot into it. The other person is hurt too because they don't get to use you. They don't get to mistreat you anymore. So they got to go find another victim. It could be because of drugs. It could be because of infidelity. It could be because you want to hit on somebody or something. It could be because you just don't even want anything. You got to remember though, you can't get your time back. So when you make a decision, make sure you make the decision because you're going to do better. You know? I had a friend was getting ready to get married, and they were asking me, what did I think? And I didn't want to tell this person. Why would you ask me? Oh, because I value your opinion. I don't know that person. How could you value my opinion when I don't know how that person makes you feel? You're not going to tell me all the good things and all the bad things. Why would you care about my opinion? Oh, that person does this, that person does that, that person didn't do this, that person didn't do that. I said to myself, I can tell you right now, but you don't really want to hear what I have to say. Oh, yeah, I do, yeah, I do, yeah, I do. No, you don't. No, you really don't. Because you're going to make it seem like I don't know what I'm saying, but I do. So did I tell that person? No. That would have ended our friendship. You know what I thought? I tried to say it in a nice way. I thought to myself, why are you asking me? Why did you not go ask the Father? That's who opinion matters. And why do we not ask the Father? Because we already know the answer. Because if it was true that that person was supposed to be for you or for you, wouldn't he tell us? He would make sure some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion that you would know that's the person. You don't want them because you know he knows all, so you don't go to him. You know how I know that? Because I done it in my first marriage. I sure did. I was going to marry that sucker no matter what, just to prove a point. Then I wanted to be like, why am I going through all of this? 'Cause you big dummy. That's what Red Sanford would say. That is so important right there. If you follow your heart and the heart of God, you can make it through it. But sometimes we allow good meaning folks to interject their opinion trying to help. Exactly. Exactly. Because I guarantee you, if you wasn't supposed to go that way, oh, you would have seen it. You would have seen it. It would have fell in your lap, and you would have known. And I don't know if that person did that or not, but I think within like a week later, it wasn't even a week, they caught the person cheating. Like I said, I don't know if they went and prayed. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. I didn't even ask them. Or maybe I did ask them. I just don't remember the answer. But I'm finna get off of here. But what happens when you do pray and the answer is yes, but then you get off into something and it's all discombobulated? Then what? That'd probably be our next conversation, you guys. I want you guys to think about that. Now you involved with this clown. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord. You know, sometimes life can be so funny. But right now, like I said, I am disappointed in myself as far as my performance. When I say performance, you guys, I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about my overall, like, I can do better. You know what I'm saying? I can do better with my time. Do better with my time. Like, get a couple of loads of laundry done, get my yard cleaned off or something. Go pack up some stuff that needs to be put away. My closet in my other room fell down. And here's the thing. It's my good clothes. You know, my church clothes and my jackets and my coats. You guys know my furs or whatever. You guys understand what I'm saying. My nice clothes. My clothes like here I come. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys understand. You got that closet, everything in there. You pull it out and put it on. It looks like you don't even belong. You know, people gonna say, "Where you going?" You put on something in there. They be like, "Where you going?" The closet, the thing fell down. I haven't even had time to put it back up. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that bothers me. But uh, anyway, I said to myself, I don't even want to put it back up. Because this ain't the first time it done fell down. I didn't do anything. I was just sitting there. I ain't went in that closet because we in a pandemic. I ain't going nowhere. I can't even go to church. I'm so scared of people. They breathing on you, want to shake your hand, want to give you a hug, want to be all in your face talking to you. Don't you guys not know 6 feet social distancing means? I don't care what. Like, I don't care if I ain't seen you in a year. Step back. Anyway, so I ain't worn none of those clothes in like 2 years. I probably can't even fit them. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I want you guys to think, family. I want you to think about your time. You know, it's okay to have fun and laugh and everything, but work on work on your time. Use it very wise. I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. Central Time. We will be talking about the Cody Bigsby case. We do have the receipts. Freddie is putting a reminder up in there. You guys, come on in at 5 p.m. We're going to have full conversation. Today is Wednesday, so it is open panel. We're going to open up the panel, and hopefully you guys will talk. All right? Be good, be safe, be blessed, and be nice to each other. Bye.